The Coin Lady channel is pleased to have you back. In this video, I'd want to present some absolutely staggering numbers that I've found. Recently, there has been a great deal of discussion on the stablecoin industry, and as Brad Garlinghouse pointed out, there is an opportunity of $2.8 trillion. Now I want to share some numbers that have really blown my mind. I think Ripple is going to dominate the market, and I also think it's only a matter of time until XRP, in particular, sees a price in the 345s. If you watch this whole video, you'll see why I think this is happening, because I am going to highlight a few things. If you enjoy discussing XRP, all I ask is that you hit the like button, share the video, and inform people about the real happenings in this digital revolution. I want to start right now, guys, so please do the same. Robert and Chad Stein, who were formerly known as Twitter, have released one of the payment nations linked to Trumkilo. Follow them. Indonesia can accept Ripple payments. Again, we've recently spoken about Trumkilo. I'm sure many of you are familiar with Triangular. It's a huge firm that's using XRP right now. They're connecting to 103 banks and using it for bank-to-bank transactions. So you might be wondering, where does the value come in, given their connections to all these banks? Alright, let's get this ball rolling. Recall that SBI is the 7th largest international bank in the world, and that they joined with Ripple in 2017. In 2021, SBI adopted XRP as a bridge within the Ripple payment system. I'll share some numbers with you shortly, but the technology allows for international money transfers. You may recall that they mentioned Japan's planned use of XRP in the near future. When we look at Japan's GDP in 2024, we see a whopping 5.8 trillion yen paid for using RP. Ripple reports that by 2025, 90% of the members of the European Payment Council expect blockchain technology to revolutionize the payments sector. The Bitcoin halving is happening in a matter of hours next year. We know that the market will begin to skyrocket within a few months following a Bitcoin halving, and that is when a lot of attention will be directed towards this market. When that happens, a number of major institutions will show up. At that point, I also anticipate that Ripple will force the SEC to pay the small fee, if any, and move aside. After they pay one, they will be able to put them in their place. Then you'll notice that banks across the globe, even multinational banks, begin to accumulate and stockpile XRP. Now you see why that's been so important. Changing the value back and forth isn't all it takes. We are also aware that XRP will need a high price in order to fulfill its original purpose. But I think the large banks' XRP stockpiling is going to be the thing that drives supply to zero and makes XRP incredibly rare. The primary factor that determines value in the long term is scarcity. We are prepared for all currency season, and XRP is in the ideal position, as the bull run begins to truly ramp up and we know that Bitcoin has already had its day. Let there be no doubt. Yesterday, Brad Garland's performance in front of a live television audience of millions was pure advertising gold for the big banks and anybody else keeping tabs on Wall Street as they witness a decoupling impact of their funds from stocks and into cryptocurrency. I still think XRP will end up on top, but that can't happen until the cloud is gone. A catalyst will appear once the SEC scenario concludes, but that is not to say that it will be the last. Because we are now pursuing a $2.8 trillion opportunity, which we will be able to take advantage of in the next years. Pay attention to these people. Ripple's website has this. Despite the estimated 110 trillion value attribute, the payments business remains a disappointment. Slow processing times, exorbitant transaction fees, and non-payment are just a few ways in which most financial institutions continue to fail their small business customers, as shown in the white paper. Small and medium-sized enterprises, SMEs, simply do not have the capital to deal with the inefficiencies that afflict transparency and cross-border movements. Major companies looking to cash in on the industry's recent boom will prioritize the most established names in the field. Big blockchain firms like Hedera, which can transfer assets, have a solid reputation, are compliant, and have the necessary licenses, are the ones we're chatting to. We recently learned from the US Treasury that they are actively monitoring the stable coin market, are unhappy with Tether, and are considering private sector alternatives, such as Ripple. We also know from previous films that the US government is currently collaborating with Ripple, so they are really sure that these stable coin bills will pass in the coming weeks. I am incredibly optimistic and believe that XRP's price will experience tremendous gains by the year's end. When considering Ripple's position in the industry, the number of partners they have, and the corporations and countries they are already collaborating with, it's hard not to see nothing but an upward trajectory for the company. These numbers are mind-blowing, folks. In my opinion, which is not financial advice, right now, there is still a perfect buying opportunity for XRP, guys, and I intend to buy more XRP on any possible dip. I do not think we will see another drop like the one we had recently, to 43 cents, where I also bought some more. The video ends there. Do me a favor and subscribe to my channel. Coming up shortly, farewell.